I want to show you a magic trick. Okay, so focus on this real quick. I got nothing in my hands. All right, in my shirt pocket, right here, inside this deck of cards, isn't an actual deck of cards. It's a 4K 60 magnetic action cam that simply should not exist in a package this small. This is the new Go Ultra from Insta360, and it is magic in and of itself.
That was really hard to do, man. That's so cool. That is magic, dude. That is absolutely magical. I'm magnetized, got my angle. I just love that you can see everything. It's kind of addicting. It's like I have probably messed with this more for the first like 20% of the battery than even starting to record, just because it's so much fun to look at. But we're outside of All Things Film in London, Ontario. We're gonna go in and see if we can get some cool angles of film being processed. It's my new film lab. So very excited to show you some stuff that you've probably, hopefully, never seen before with this bad boy. Follow me. Oh, hang on. Now you can follow me. Bam.
So historically, this has always been what I've found to be a very interesting camera from Insta360. And it's not surprisingly because of how small it is, which is cool. I think it's wild that a camera in 2025 can be this small and offer so much inside it. But we've been getting used to that. We've been getting accustomed to that and conditioned to that over the last few years. This is actually bigger than the last several Go models, but that's for very specific reasons, which make it better, and I'll get into that soon. But I think what is easily one of the coolest features of this is the remote live viewing.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need, sipping on the...
All right, so you can walk up, punch some stuff in. That's kind of your angle.
Oh, that's
So you
sweet.
can see, like,
I'll like pressing the ones up there.
Yeah, turn some knobs, do
Fingers
whatever.
will be funny, yeah.
All right, rolling.
Live it up, sweet emotion.
Feel like I'm cooking.
Every time, every night, you and I on the road. Switch it up, switch it up, switch
This
it
is too
up,
much fun, dude.
going. Stay on the fly.
The fact that this camera here magnetizes inside its pod, which kind of turns this into an Ace Pro 2, because one of the big updates of the Go Ultra is that it now shares the same sensor as the Ace Pro 2. You've seen that from the previews, you've maybe seen that from other people talking on other channels about it, but the fact that you can take this out of the pod and then remotely or wirelessly monitor whatever this is seeing makes this so valuable, because you can check those impossible shots before you record them. I feel like that makes me want to be more creative and try it in different places, because it speeds that process up. Given the fact that this is magnetic, I can stick it almost virtually anywhere. If you keep a washer and some gaff tape in your camera bag, you can stick this to a brick wall. You can literally put this camera anywhere. The trial and error process is much quicker than if you actually had to mount this, record, bring it back, look at the footage on the camera, send it to the computer, anything like that. You're gonna do that maybe a few times before you get fed up. The fact that this is live streamed right to this device makes this invaluable. And it's what separates this from all the other products across product lines, across all brands, not just within Insta360. Now I'm gonna show you how we use that in a little bit when we go into the actual use case and recording of what we filmed with this camera. But for now, I'm gonna run you through some of the specs that make this a little bit different from its counterpart, last year's version.
I need it. I need it in my life.
Altogether, you've got 200 minutes of recording time with this action pod. You can charge this thing up to 80% in 12 minutes, which is great. Now, we've seen that across a lot of different just devices over the past few years. The quick charge kind of thing. Plug this in for 8 minutes and get almost full battery. Just tell me what 100% is. If it's like 12 minutes, it's still good. With this camera, you have so many different accessories and ways to mount it, from the pendant that you can wear under your shirt to the elastic headband to the backpack mounts. It literally anything, and then that doesn't even count just sticking it to stuff that's metal. So you are absolutely sorted when it comes to ways to mount this camera. And I think that's actually part of what makes it fun, is finding weird, bizarre, quirky ways and places to put this that give you those unique perspectives that you wouldn't have had before. You've never been able to use external mics with these devices in the past. Now you can, so it does pair with their Mic Air and other third-party mics as well if you don't have that one, which is a great feature. Again, opens up the possibilities. And I think that's really what this series is doing with their cameras, is it's giving you more tools and more options to do more of what you want with the same kind of interface and same hardware. With the larger sensor, like any camera, that means it's better in low light. Now, much like the X5, this also has the pure video mode, so you can do those later night runs or stay out on the water a little bit longer, and you're gonna have that better image quality because of all those things working together. Now, the drawbacks historically have always been quality and battery life. So the fact that this is now 4K 60 brings it up to speed with the same sensor that the Ace Pro 2 uses, which means that on top of the battery performance increase, now you've got a camera that is very much competing in the same world as all its counterparts, not seen as something that's kind of cute or gimmicky or something that's just almost good enough. Now it is absolutely the same. The trade-off was always sacrificing the quality in order to get unique angles and put this in weird places, but now that's eliminated. You've got the quality and you've still got the fun of putting this in weird creative places. This is probably one of the coolest new accessories that I find quite innovative. It's the finger ring that also doubles as a remote, which is great for things like running. You're on your jog, you're on your bike, you're doing whatever you're doing, and you just tap the ring and the camera starts recording. That is so smart and it's so low profile. Whoever came up with this, great job. That is a fantastic idea. I hope you got a raise. The first for any Go series camera is it has a removable SD card, which I absolutely love. I am never a fan of a proprietary camera storing my footage on it, and I don't have access unless I plug it into a computer. I always want to be able to pop the card out, dump footage in a hotel room, back stuff up without having to depend on the camera itself. Especially when you're done shooting, I just like taking cards out of cameras and putting them away until I get home to dump them. I don't like leaving my media in any camera, be that it's my A camera or B camera or one of my action cams. I want to take the card out and I want to put it somewhere safe. The end. That is it's a small little detail, but I think that's massive value. I love the little pill shape. I love that. So I gotta be honest, when I saw this out of the box, I was like, oh, they made it bigger. That kind of sucks. I loved that it was a small, tiny little thing. But again, we're coming back to trade-offs there. I wanted all the features that this has in the smaller package, but I mean, beggars can't be choosers. I want to take my SD card out, I want better battery life, and I want a bigger sensor. Well, you got to put those things in a bigger housing. This is marginally bigger and has all of those trade-offs and all of those features now. That's a welcomed change. But if you're wondering why it is bigger, that's why. Run me through this.
Yeah, so here I got Portrait 160 in these 8x10 holders. We're gonna take some portraits of you today.
Yeah, I've wanted to get into this for
really excited.
so long.
I shoot these at 100 ISO.
Okay.
That's kind of all you can
Yeah.
do for some reason, but
You need good light for it.
need great light.
Yeah,
So,
you've got pretty good light in here, and you got a strobe set
Yeah,
up.
we got the strobes going. So
Dude, these are so sick, man. This bellows.
they're like the simplest form of cameras, though, right? Because all it is literally your film,
Nothing. And this.
empty space, and then your lens.
And then you throw your cape over it, and you're looking through this
Exactly.
ground glass, right?
Exactly. And these knobs are just to help you with like the movements.
Back and forth and stuff, like
Yeah,
the little
so-
fine tunes. Yeah.
Boom, boom. It really brings you back to the basics.
Yeah.
And there's just something special about that, right?
It looks like it actually collapses pretty nice, and then this
Yeah,
clips
yeah.
onto it, and it's just like a little square. This will be on the timeline in the next like 6 months. You'll see the video.
Boom.
It's so small.
And then this goes
And
into like your backpack or anything.
I'm gonna be the guy that's just like, when we're all out shooting, you're on one of those trips and everyone's getting their content, I'm gonna be like, I'm setting it up. And I'll be taking out all the slides. I need it. I need it in my life.
And then you tighten these knobs. Well, this one goes backwards, that one goes forwards.
Yeah.
Till it's tight.
It looks, dude, this looks 3D printed.
It is.
It is?
Yeah.
Unreal. All right, so you're gonna set this up. You've pretty much done it.
Yeah.
You're gonna throw me where you want me for this portrait.
Yep.
And then,
I can like get you sitting like right here. We'll just get like a basic stool.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think we'll do a full body.
Okay.
And then we'll do like some nice close-ups.
Okay.
I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, do your thing. Sweet. This still good?
Yep. Let's do some test pops. Ready for your face? You've used those before. This one's really old, actually. Alright, there's one piece of tool I forgot. It's my magnifying glass. I'm gonna go grab that.
Got the new model.
16. Stay still. Do one more test shot. Just for this up. Now this will be the root. There you go. You can move. That's the first one.
So where does this fit in to life? And I think it fits into two different camps. You've obviously got professionals, and let's just call it like hobbyists, and people that enjoy cameras and wanting to capture family and real authentic life. And I think it can serve both those communities. Professionally, for me, this would strictly be a BTS cam. I'm not gonna go make films with this I'm not gonna go say that this is like the next best thing to get the most cinematic footage. This for me is just capturing raw BTS that I can share with my audience, share with my friends, moments that I wouldn't have been able to capture because I'm doing something else. Previously occupied using my actual tools while this is nicely recording in the background. Gives me that extra content. And that's great for social media, for sharing. And as a professional, the more of that I can get, the better. Removing the professional side, you want to talk about family or just capturing authentic life, even the running that I've been doing. I think that's where things like this ring comes in handy. Like I post my run stats after I'm done a run every single time I'm doing it. And that's just because I enjoy it. I don't need to be doing that, but I film with my phone and I film myself running and then I write my stats, and it's always annoying because I have to have special shorts that fit my phone and then I got to take it out and make sure it's sweaty and it's cumbersome. It's annoying. If something like this was clipped to my hat and something like a ring was on my finger and I could just be running, and when I get to a cool spot where the view looks nice and the sun's setting, I can just tap that record. It records a nice little clip. I end it. Stats are done. For me personally, that's just a better experience. I'm gonna get a better clip, I'm gonna get better footage, and I can share it and be more proud of that. That's an application how I would use it, not as a professional, in my everyday life. This point works for both sides, the professional side and just like the casual hobbyist or just people that want to capture cool things side. You don't really have to worry about settings. You don't need to be a professional that needs to know what's my shutter at, what's the shutter angle, like do I throw an ND on, which they do make for these, so you could. Take it out of the pod, it turns on, you press this button, it starts recording, and you don't have to worry about anything else. I think that is a relief for so many people, even professionals, when I don't need to be stressed about what this is set at. I just need to push the button, hear the beep, or feel the vibrate and know that it's recording. So that's it. Link below if you want to check it out. Drop one in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I appreciate you being here. Hit the like button if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. And who knows, maybe Insta360 will have 8 more products next week.
That's awesome. That's so cool. That is magic, dude. That is absolutely